HaloPSA. Today we're running through how to set up your Exchange calendars in the system and how to hook up your appointments to the system also. Let's jump in and take a look. First thing you do when you get into the system is you want to go into the calendar area. So this is the area where all of your calendars are synced. When you have different appointments set up between all the different employee and colleague mailboxes and you have the right permissions, we'll be able to view these all here. There's even ability to kind of view month by week, even the agenda, so you can just list out, itemize exact appointments that are available, and there's even a timeline view as well. So you can actually see where all these fall and into relation of each other. That's something that's it's quite tricky. You can also click around and choose different months and years, and you can kind of gain visibility to who's available when, and it will also adjust the status as well. So jumping back to the home screen, you want to go to the actual configuration area and then over to calendars and appointments. You can turn on Exchange calendars. Obviously the whole system is included in the standard, so you can just turn this area on and go into the Exchange area. From here, this is how you choose your connection method. So most of the time it is just the web services and app that you'll be looking for EWS, which is Exchange. From here you'd pump in your credentials to your Exchange area, and this will give the system the ability to be able to retrieve those. From here you can also choose the actual schema that's available as well, so depending on what version you're running, you can enter this in, and then you can choose the dollar variables that are pulled out and the different sorts of key dynamic strands of information that you're looking to pull from the appointment and push into the system. And then you can also choose whether or not you want to ask or not, so that's something you can do. Most people just leave this as never. That's what I normally see when I'm doing implementations. And then from here you can actually choose to import this as well, so as soon as you click sync it will pull everything in, push everything across, and that's how you hook up your system. Jumping back to the home page, so that's how you hook up the system into Exchange, and that's how you view different information. There's some additional functionality available as well. So if I actually go back into the calendar, what you can do, you can actually just double click on this area on the right person, let's say, and you can start roping in people and start pushing ICS files straight across into their Exchange. Worth mentioning, this is the two-way sync, so any sort of meetings and appointments that are pulled across, you can move around in here, you can edit them, you can create them in Halo as well, and then once they're created they'll be pushed back into Exchange, and if you move it around in one it will move around in the other and vice versa. It's a two-way sync. So what you'll do, you can actually just create an appointment and rope in the end user. If it is a kind of internally facing task, you can create that. The only difference is that it doesn't rope in the end user, so it's just similarly to just kind of creating a private note for you to action at a later date. You can also use and manage holidays in the system as well, which is quite neat. But talking about appointments briefly, you can actually just type in the subject. You can choose when it will happen. Let's choose a day, let's choose tomorrow, and let's say a certain time, it's 10 AM on a dot. And then you can choose who's involved, who the user is. It pulls through your customer list here. You can choose what sort of appointment it is. You can just save that up. You can say it's an hour, let's say. So if I was to actually put that today, you'd be able to see it in the system. You'll see that it's just been added into the system, an hour slot there, and you can move this around, you can push it across different teams, and it'll be brought across into your Exchange as well. Jumping back to the home page, that's all I wanted to share today. If you want to jump onto, if you wanted to look at any other guides we have regarding HaloPSA, you can do so at halopsa.com.